Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. So today, as you can see, I'm in a different vehicle and I got a new car. So I got a 2022 Mazda CX5 Carbon Edition. I think it's like the 2.5 CS Premium all-wheel drive, something like that. But I got this car last weekend. Got it from Florida. My dad flew down to Florida and drove it back to North Carolina, and it was a 10-hour drive. So the reason that I got a new car was because my inspection was coming up in February and my other car, which was a Jeep, was not gonna pass. Well, now let's do like a little bit of car history, I guess. My Jeep I've had since I was a sophomore in high school. It was a 2012 Jeep Wrangler and it was great. But when I got it, it had like almost 100,000 miles on it. So it was very, very used. Like, it wasn't new at all. It did good for until I got to college, I would say. Like, all throughout my high school years, like, it was a really good car. Like, wasn't terrible on gas. I mean, obviously it's a Jeep, so it's not great, but it wasn't like super, super bad on gas, stuff like that. But then when I got to college, my junior year, last year, it was awful. Like, I literally, my car was broken all the time. I didn't have a car for like a month and a half at a time. Like, it was really bad. Like, I was biking on campus, like literally biking everywhere I went, walking, having to ask and get rides. Like, I never had a car. And so that following semester, spring semester of my junior year, my dad was like, do you want to trade it in? And I was kind of annoyed because in the fall, I was like, get rid of this car. And then in the spring, he wanted to try to get rid of it. So we tried to sell it, and nobody was trying to buy it. Nobody was trying to buy it. So then I just kept it. I kept it through the summer, and then through my fall semester of, well, I'm in my, oh my God, it's spring. Through my fall semester of my senior year. Now it's spring semester of my senior year, and when I was coming home from winter break, like, all these lights were on in my car. Like, so many lights were on. It was my airbag light, so we took it to get it fixed, and the light was still on because I had a recall for the airbag inflator. So we got the airbag inflator fixed, and the airbag light was still on. And the lady was like, well, we might have to replace your airbags, which was going to be way too expensive. Like, it was like, you might as well just get a new car. My dad was like frantic. He was like, okay, well, let's just try to get a new car. So we went to a, not dealership, but like something on his route. They sell like a ton of like cars, just cars in general. They sell cars. And we saw a 2023 Mazda that was just like this one, but it had black seats. And I was like, ooh, this is really nice. I've never had a Mazda, but I've always wanted either a Mazda or a Hyundai Tucson. I've always wanted one of those when I got a new car, which I thought I was gonna have to pay for because I was just dead set on never getting rid of this Jeep. And so we went and looked at one, and I was like, I really like this. It was the first car we looked at, so I wasn't like super pressed on like, oh, this is what I want, because I wanted to also look at more cars because I haven't looked at any cars, new cars, and like what features they offer really, because I've had a Jeep, and my Jeep had no automatic windows. I had to install door locks. I had to get new headlights. I had to do a new radio. So like I wasn't used to, you know, even heated seats. I wasn't even used to rolling my windows down by myself with a button. So yeah, I was just like amazed with this car because it just had everything my Jeep didn't have. We like test drove that car, and I was like, okay, put it on the list. Then we went to CarMax and we saw a 2021 version, and it had the red seats. And I was like, do I want the red seats? So then it was like a battle back and forth between like, do I want the red seats? Do I not want the red seats? Do I care if it's a 2023, or do I want a 2021 or 2022 that has red seats? Because the 2023 is like, it was very, very hard to find one that had red seats. And then we decided to just kind of look online. Okay, anyway, I just got done with class, but there was a lot of cars in Ohio, Oklahoma, like stuff like that. And I didn't want my dad to have to go super far. So I found this one, and it was a 2022, and it was in Florida. And so he talked to the guy, it was the right price. So what happened was we ended up selling my car for $8,000, and then we'll use that money to put towards another car. So last Friday, my dad flew out to Florida, met the guy, saw the car. It only had like 12,000 miles on it. Like, it's practically brand new. It had one owner. It was on a Mercedes lot, and she only traded it in because she wanted a Mercedes after she had the car for what? Maybe a year, like a year. So far, I absolutely love it. Like, it has a lot of features, like I said, that my Jeep did not have. And it's very comfortable. It's easy to drive. My Jeep was like fighting. I was fighting to survive to drive that car. Like, my friends used to say riding in my car gave them concussions. Like, it just was like all over the place. Only thing I would say the difference is the sound in here. My Jeep, I had a subwoofer in the back, which I'm going to add to this car, and I don't care. I'm going to have booming music in a Honda if I had it. If in any car I have, this subwoofer will be transferred into every single car because I have to have good music. And I did see that these ears don't come with like the Bose sound system, which is fine because I quick fix. I already have one, so I just have to get that installed. Today, actually, I think that my WeatherTech mats are coming in because my dad doesn't want me to ruin the carpet. And then I ordered some other little knickknacks and stuff. I got like some little trash cans for in here, the little sticky dust goop stuff. I got some cleansing wipes in the back, like glass cleansing wipes, like car cleansing wipes, like all that stuff I got. And then I want to get some leather seat cleaner, and then I also want to get a car mount. So I have a few other things that I want to get because I just didn't put anything in my Jeep, so I didn't really have anything to transfer from there to here. I also want to get something to organize my trunk, even if it's just like little bins, because my trunk gets super messy, which right now my car is absolutely spotless minus these receipts that Tyra left in here, one of my friends. But yeah, it's pretty clean. I love it. It has Apple CarPlay, which I had Bluetooth in my Jeep because I got a new radio, so that's not that much different, but I like the Apple CarPlay. That was one of the things I had to have. I really didn't have to have a lot because like I said, I had nothing. So like my mom was like, you want this, you want ventilated, you want heated. I'm like, that doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me because heated seats is a step up. Being able to roll my windows down without having to crank my arm is a step up. It has rain sensing wipers. That's a step up. It has, push to start. It has, oh, and there's an app. There's a Mazda app that I can use to like turn on my car. I can make sure it's locked. I can make sure that my trunk is closed, lock the car, and all this other stuff, panic. So yeah, and then I have keyless entry, a backup camera. That's 1080p. There's just so much more on this car that I have that I didn't have. See, it just sent me a message right now. Our system has detected your driver's door is unlocked. It's just top tier, you know what I'm saying? And it gives like a luxury feel. I feel like it's a very luxurious car. So now I'm gonna give you guys a little tour of my view of the car. Okay, let's go ahead and start her up. I also don't have a name for my car just yet, so if you want to help me with a name, that would be great. Okay, so this is what the dash looks like. It has, a little car here. Whenever I'm driving, there will be a car in front that pops up, and it gives you, you can change the distance that you want between you and the other car. This is what's on the info center. It tells you when your service is due, so, I can change this by using this button. I can change, how much I want the distance, how close or far I want it to be. I have cruise control, horn. I can control the volume here. This is the info, and then this is the skip back and forth, and then this is for calls. So one thing that was determined whether or not I got this car was I wanted a automatic lift gate, which wasn't a big deal, but that was what separated the 2022 that I looked at and the 2023, is that the 2023s that I was looking at did not have an automatic lift gate, which was very weird to me for the Carbon Edition. But I ended up just going ahead and choosing to get a 2022 model. This is all of the windows. And then this is your control for your mirrors and, window lock and unlock the car. Down here you have gas tank, as well as the hood. As we move over here, start stop, vents, hazards, heated seats, which is a must, I had to have. And then this is how you control all the air conditioning. It's synced right now, but I can turn it off by hitting this. Whenever someone gets in the car, right here it lights up whether or not they are buckled up, and I'm pretty sure it does front and back seats. Have your glove box, as well as here you have your center console. Here I have a few things, and this is where the Apple CarPlay connects, as well as you can add another plug. Sunroof is controlled here, forward, backward. Then we have a glasses thing, and then as well as you have mirrors here with a light. Now let's plug into the Apple CarPlay. So when you plug into the Apple CarPlay, obviously it's going to play whatever I have last. It's controlled by this dial here. So moving it side to side allows me to be able to pick what I want to control, and then pressing it down is how you navigate through. I can also do directional things that control the Apple CarPlay. I can go to the main screen, which has like all this stuff on it, as well as you can also click this button and go back to the Mazda settings, which here is where you can control all the things for your car. It also does come with Bluetooth, so when I get in the car and it doesn't have, or I don't plug it in, it just does the Bluetooth, which I still like. It does navigation, which I use Waze, so my Waze pops up here whenever I am using the navigation, which I haven't had to use yet because I know where I'm going most of the time around the campus. That's really what the Apple CarPlay looks like. You can obviously do all the things here that it's asking: podcasts, audiobooks. I'm not really quite sure what the calendar does, so it shows you what events you have for the day. I will say that sometimes this is hard to use while driving. I would say like clicking these buttons is sometimes hard. There also is a sport mode, forgot to say that. Sometimes it is hard to use these whenever you are driving because I have yet to memorize like what's what. So that's been a little tough. For an interior tour of just some simple things. So here are the seats with the red leather. It has seat settings, which I have mine set, and my dad will probably set his because he's gonna want to drive this car because he already loves it too. And that is what the passenger side looks like, and there is Tyra's trash that she left in my brand new car. Exterior is a blue color, and it came with these black wheels, and that is what sold my dad. He was like, I have to have this car because I want black wheels. As you move to the back, same red seats, and then here you have your center console, which is where you find cup holders, as well as there is charging stations here, which I kind of like that it's in here. I think that's cool because you can kind of rest your phone as you charge. I probably will not be ever using this because I hopefully will never have to be in the back of this car. My friends say that's comfortable and there's plenty of space, so that was another thing that I wanted from like a smaller SUV crossover that I was looking for. And then here is the trunk space, which is very, very big, similar to my Jeep. Here you can pull down the seats without having to, reach forward. And then this is the stuff that I got to clean my car, cleaning wipes, all this stuff. And I'll be waiting for more stuff to come in. Underneath here you have your wheel, which I'm not gonna do all that lifting because I really don't feel like it, but under here you have the wheel, and then also you can pull from that side for this seat that's not connected to the two others. This is what she looks like from the front, and whenever you unlock her, this is what she looks like. Dog sitting right now. This is Millie. She's a super cutie. She's so cute. This is what the key fob looks like. It has the lock, unlock, trunk button, and the panic button. I'm getting a key fob cover. I think that's part of what's coming in today. So yeah, that was my car tour. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I can't wait to just make new videos in this car and do everything in this car because it's honestly fantastic so far. It's so much better on gas, which I love. So thank you guys for sticking around, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye.